What's good, YouTube gang? Today is Monday. I made 2,000 last night. I didn't record it, I'm not gonna lie. Because the market spiked up a lot and was crazy is I probably would have made like 12K if I would have held. But since it spiked up so fast from past trades, I just woke up. From past trades, sometimes it'll spike up and then it'll go all the way down and reverse for the rest of the day. So I wasn't trying to risk that, so I took my 2K and I got out of the market. But it's all right. Right now it's 8:43. We're gonna try and see what we could do today. And I can see from market open. That it did shoot down kind of, but today is a bullish day. So I'm gonna show you guys, matter of fact. So I caught a trade last night. I actually caught that spike right there. I'm trying to circle it. I caught this spike right here. That one big yellow bar. See how the black bar came immediately after? So it really was a good idea at that time, but after that happened, it kept going up. So now I'm just waiting to see what is it going to do now. I might just wait until 9:30 to see what's going on. Move my fib over. I might just wait to 9:30 to see what's going on because this 4-hour candle is about to end in 15 minutes. So it's kind of a high risk trade, honestly. To be honest, I don't know why people trade New York open at the head because I don't think that's sustainable because you never know what New York can do. New York could go stupid up and then after that it can go stupid down. So that's why I just wait until it give me confirmation. Like if this owl candle ends bearish, maybe an engulfing, I could most likely get an entry for a sell for the day because it is at the 786. It is rejected it 3 times. So if it do give me a bearish candle, I might get in for a sell and ride it out for the rest of the day. I'm already up 2K. I thought this account with 3K, and this is where the account is now. So, I've had a road to a million challenge, but I stopped doing it because I needed bills. But now I'm kind of well off to not have to take money out of my live account, so I'm gonna build this account, and hopefully it be. I want a meal, but hopefully I hit at least 100,000 this year. That's my minimum goal for the year. Yeah, and today, since I'm waiting on a trade today, I will teach you guys a little something. First, we want to start off with the numbers of the markets, the bank numbers of what I trade off. So we're going to start off today with strictly bank numbers and how do I look at the bank numbers and how do I set my bank numbers. We're going to do that later on after I finish trading. And this market is being hella bearish. 2-hour looking good, 4-hour looking good. And I also think that the market is going to go down to at least 45,000 before it make way to 50,000. But you can also reject the 618 and then go to the 46,000. So that's why we really in a waiting game right now. We're in a huge waiting game right now. And also it's like 2 days left in the month, so it could be straight up, down, chop, bullshit for the day. So I already made 2K last night, so I don't really have to trade today. But, gotta get the money. Got to get the money. Today, I don't know what I gotta do today. I'll probably just be chilling today for real. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the boxing gym today for sure. I'm going to the boxing gym today, probably tonight. Also, beside the boxing gym, probably nothing. Do need to work out. I ain't work out in a minute. But the gym that's what the boxing gym for, to help me actually stay in my fitness, because it's kind of boring doing fitness by yourself. And no, it's just boring. It's hard without accountability partner, But yeah. Most likely. But since I'm just sitting here waiting for a trade, I might just holler at you guys when I'm about to get into a trade. And then yeah. As you can see, the 8-hour candle is about to engulf 4 hour candles. So what I'm looking for is to sell today. I'm about to look for a rejection at the 618 area, see what it does. And once it rejects this area, then I will be getting in. Matter of fact, also put one by the 600, a line by the 600, just in case it just rejects the 600. But I'm thinking 618. Also, this 2-hour engulfed over there too. But this is the thing about this, right? It's like I said, the week, not the week, the month has a day and 7 hours left, and we are on a EMA, a 15 EMA at this time. So we're just gonna see what it does. I'm thinking another down candle, but you never know with these markets. This one candle right here could be a fake out, and then 9 could just zoom up on my ass. So we're gonna see, because you see that huge wick, it could fill that wick to the upside. I don't know, but we just gonna see. We're gonna, as of now, we just waiting for a good entry. Hopefully soon I can get an entry. We are at 600. It did reject the 618. So we gonna see. We gonna see where we at right now. Boom. That is a big engulfing candle, so I might follow suit, but we gonna wait. Just in case do some fuck shit. But I might just hop in on a test entry. But you see that doji on the 3-minute, maybe it goes up, maybe touches the EMAs, but I don't know yet. We don't want to get too aggressive, especially on the update. The day is up, so we don't want to get aggressive on the update, even though the week has been down and the weeks have been doing like the crazy going up, and then that week has been going down. It's been doing that for the past 5-6 weeks. Matter of fact, let me count the weeks for you guys. It's been doing that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Yeah, it's been doing that for 5 weeks, going up and doing a crazy wick downward. So it could do that also. But as you can see, the bulls are kind of in the market. We are in a bull day, so I don't want to risk selling on a bull day. You know, it doesn't really make sense to sell on a bull day, but it does have an engulfing candle in the hour, so we're just gonna wait. The hour and the 2 hour. The 4 hour looks kind of weird, but you know, we'll see. And I wish I could look at Top Step Day. I don't have no more accounts on Top Step right now, so I did blow those accounts because I was being hella aggressive on the Top Step accounts. But this is not Top Step. This is my personal account. I'm not gonna be aggressive on my personal account. It doesn't make sense. And also rejecting that 618. So this is what we waiting on to see what it's gonna do around this area for me to sell. I mean, I could look for the buy to go up, but I honestly think that it's going to touch 45,000 before making way to 50,000. It don't have to do that. It's just my opinion. You hear me? You don't gotta listen to what I'm saying. It's just my opinion. But right now, it's just strictly a waiting game. Email going crazy. You see the 2 hours, like it's about to cover that whole 2 hour again. So yeah. You know, most people, this is how you know the field and my numbers work. See, most people, they like, this is a supply and demand setup for them. They would have hopped in right here for the sell because they rejected on supply and demand. But same thing. Like I said, all strategies are the same in my opinion. They're just different ways to look at it. But I like to be at certain numbers because I think that the bankers and the big players get in and out at certain numbers. That's just my opinion. And then it's been working for me for the past 6 years. So, I'm never gonna switch up on that. So you gotta think about it. It's somebody's actual job to know when to get in and get out of trades and stuff like that. So now we have a kind of a engulfing 5-minute candle, but the hour is way stronger than the 5 minutes. So I'm mostly worrying about the hour. See, like it's selling now, probably about to get in the sell. Boom, started entry. Boom, see the hour. Might sell it again for another entry. Boom. Just because the hour is engulfing, I seen a rejection at the 618, so that's the main reason why I'm getting in, because of the engulfing and the rejection at the 618. So we just hoping that, and it also rejected at 786. So I'm hoping for it to go to 45,000 flat before making way to the upside again for real. Maybe less than that because the month is strongly bearish. So it could go lower than that, like on some real shit. It could go lower than that over the past next couple months. Because we are in the bear market. The world is going down. The value of the dollar is going down right now. So I might see, boom, I'm up. So at this point, I'm just holding. At this point. Once it gets to like the 50 level, now to my attempt, I'm going to go to break even, and then just hold it out at that point. I might add another entry. Once this 3-minute candle and this 5-minute candle give me a clear, let me say, confirmation that it's gonna go my way, because it's still a yellow candle on the hour, so still gotta watch it. But once it starts flipping, we should be good. So yeah, I'm probably holler at you guys later when the trade is going his way. And yeah, so the market is fidgeting in this same spot. I was down like 600, but you never lose until you exit out the market. So we're gonna see. Hopefully it stays below this 45,600. If it do stay below, I'm going to hold to see how far it will go. First stop will be, see, look, it's still playing in the same spot. Now if it doesn't hold under this 600 or 618, then I might just get out and call it an early exit day. Usually I don't exit this early, but since it is the end of the week, I don't want to risk the market doing some crazy out of my favor, and it's gonna piss me off. So yeah, we just hoping that this 3-minute/5-minute stays strong, and if it do stay strong, we should be good for the rest of the day. You probably can't even see. I'm talking, but I'm not looking at the camera. But yeah, hopefully this 5 minutes and 3 minutes stays strong below the 618, under the 600 level. Really the 600. I wouldn't say 618. And if it do, we might enter again, or we might just hold and just let it ride for the rest of the day. So we gonna see what it do. And you always add to your winners, not your losers. Like right now, it would be stupid to enter because it's not showing that we're going to win. So we need another candle giving confirmation to the downside. And once you give confirmation to the downside, then you enter again. That's how you capitalize on your profits. You don't capitalize by putting the maximum thing you want for the day on the first try. Start off with 1 contract, 1 or 2 contracts, and then you increase when you keep going your way. But let the candles close first. Don't enter when it's like, oh yeah, it's bullets, because it could easily wick like that on you. You don't want that to happen. You want it to show you that it's strong, and then you enter. Really and truly, if you don't want to enter on, this is more kind of an aggressive entry for me. I could have waited until the 5 minutes shows strong, but I have confidence that it will go down since it is a down month, and it is a huge down month. So I'm thinking the world will. I see the world. I think the market will go bearish because the market haven't been in a bearish market in a while, like a real bearish market. So that's why I am selling. So I'm gonna see you guys maybe after the profits or when I enter, but I don't want to make this video too long. Just sitting here watching this kind of boring as hell. So yeah, just give y'all an update on my trade. Before I got off, I was negative 200, and when I wasn't on this camera, I was down about a thou. But as I said, the month is in a spot of what is called. The month is in a spot to where it's time to get to the last little data, most likely the last liquidity squeeze, because most people that's getting in and out right here are getting smoked right now. So I'm not gonna let it go to 1,000 again because look at this shit. Probably shoot, as soon as I said it, probably shoot to 1,000. I'm just hoping that it continues down for the hour, but you know, I don't know. For the month, it is fighting this it is fighting this EMA. So this is what we are looking at, the EMA. Hopefully we just wanted to break down more below the EMA, maybe fill this wick. But see how fast it's going up. It is just playing. It went down fast and it's going up fast only because it is the end of the month. So this is a risky trade. It's actually a dumb trade, but we'll see. It got fast. It's going up now. It went down fast and it's going up fast. So yeah, it's a lot of liquidity sweeps going up. I say I'm gonna let it go back to 1,000, and it's almost to 1,000 again that fast. But I'm not gonna exit yet until it breaks that 700 and hold. Hopefully it does not break the 700 and hold. Hopefully it goes down and break this 200 EMA on the 5 minute. And what's crazy, I should have had my 200 EMA on, and I didn't know it was right there. I wouldn't have entered exactly on the 200 EMA. That would be a dumb entry on my part. So it is a dumb entry, kinda. But hopefully it breaks through that 200 EMA and continues down, following suit of the last hour engulfing candle. So that's what I'm looking at right now. As you see, I'm down 500. So yeah. Matter of fact, let me give you guys a tip right quick before I really get off here. See, when the market is going your way, like a certain amount of when the market going your way for like a certain amount of points, bro, put it to break even. Like we in the market to not lose money. Like if you up $300, $400, $500, bro, break even your trade so you don't lose as much as if you want. If you think it's gonna go back your way again, just re-enter. You know what I'm saying? And don't re-enter too much because you know that's basically at that point you're going on tilt. So yeah, that's all I want to tell you guys. Bro, it is 3 o'clock. I was been supposed to update you guys on my trade, but I ain't gonna lie, I broke my tooth somehow because I have still been feeling some my teeth like cracks. So I've been having it in my mouth for so long. I guess the feelings have been expanding. So I had to go to the dentist immediately. I went there like 1:45. So let me give you kind of a recap of what happened. On that trade, I did lose $900. But when I had came back, before I went back to my appointment, I got to an entry and I had got a $3,500 win. So last night I won 2K, then I had $900 loss, then I had a $3,500 win. So we are up basically close about 4.5K for the day. So that's awesome actually. Now I want to show you guys the proof of me making the let's see, making a 3,500 because you know people be lying. Just gonna flip my camera. This is the screenshot that I took inside of the orthodontist. Let's see, as you can see, 3,500. So yeah, we made it. So 4.6K day to day. So I still want to teach you guys some of what I look for in these markets. So I'm about to do that in the few. So you should see me on the screen. You should see the fucking charts in a few. Bow. So today's lesson is just gonna be mainly talking about bank numbers and fib numbers. We're gonna start off with that because that is the main thing of trading. It is the numbers. It's not these candlesticks. It is the numbers. The candlesticks just follow the numbers. That's why wicks happen. If some wick is not going, it's not wicking because the market is just killing you. No, it's wicking because it hit a certain number. Then it went back the opposite way from that number because sellers and buyers had got out or got in, depending on if it's buying or selling at that moment. So first, we are going to worry about the numbers. So if I was to go to these charts, this how I would start off my day. Well, I don't really do this no more. This how when I first started, this how I learned. So you get a visual and understand how it works. I'm gonna teach you how I learned. So if I'm coming to these markets, mainly I trade YM, so I'm gonna do it on YM. This works on every uh anything. It could be stocks, it works on anything. You just have to understand the numbers. Like me, I go 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. And people be confused when I say that. It's just numbers. Like let's say if we between 100 points, like some people trade within 100 points. 125, 25, 50, 75, 100. 125, 150, 175, 200. Cool. Me, I like mine between 1,000 point range. So it will be, let's say we on NASDAQ. Let's see NASDAQ. We on YM right now. So I'm just going, since we have 45,000. Me, I like to have my numbers flat, precise. So 45,000 flat. That will be my base. Like that is my base psychological number, the big number. Then I will have 46,000. Boom. 46,000. So like I said with 100, 100 is 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. So now we're thinking of 1,000. So what you think is going to be? Just add a 0 to it. 250, 500, 750, 1,000. Now, since this is 45,000 to 46,000, if we could do 10K ranges. I do look at 10K ranges from a long term, really 100K. But since we never passed 100K on here, that's more like a reflection like Bitcoin. I'm gonna say 10K. So 10K, we'll go 2,500. Matter of fact, let's do this range. Let's do 40K to 50K. We'll do 40K, 42,500, 45,000, 47,500, then 50K. So that is the psychological zones that big players are trying to get in and get out from. All we is doing is get in between those ranges. Because once they hit 45,000, that means it's most likely going to either 47,500 or it's going to 42,500, depending on how the market is flowing at that point in time. All we is doing is getting in and flowing with the market. We don't want to predict the market. We want to flow with the market, So anyway, if I'm coming to this market, this is a 1,000 point range that we are in between now. So we're trying to see if it's going to go past 46,000 and make way to 47,500, the next point, or we're trying to see if it's going to break through 45,000 and go down and make way to 42,500. It never touched the 45,000 yet, so in the future I am looking forward to hit 45,000. So boom, it's two ways with the fib. So alright, I'm not say fib, it's two ways: psychological numbers and a fib. So first we do psychological numbers. So we have 46,000, 45,000. We'll have a mid zone. Mid zone between 45,000 and 46,000 is what? 45,500. That is 500. Is just in between 500, just in between 46,000 and 45,000. That is the midpoint of that range. So, and also, if you trade in YM with one contract, 45,000 to 46,000 with one contract is a 5K range. So, keep that in mind. So, this will be my mid zone. I'm going to put this as, boom. And I always, my numbers precise. I don't like to be all over the place with my numbers. It's not just no random spot that it's touching. It's always going to touch a certain number before it react and do something. And don't have to, let me see. And it don't have to be, I'm going to tell you I'm tripping. We're going to speak about I call them minor zones. Like, you have major zones, minor zones, and mid zone. So, boom, I'm changing this color of the mid to orange. midpoint. I already have a midpoint, so it's gonna be blue. So now we will go to what's called the minors. So we go minor. So we can make these red. I think that's most likely. Nah. I know I had one for it, but forget it. It's gonna make it red. This will be a minor 250. And this will also be a minor 750. Okay, that's 75. So as you can see, it went from 250. It never touched 5. Matter of fact, also when I used to do the lines, cause I mean I mostly kind of naked trade kinda now. When I used to put these lines, I used to put a box around my major zones and my mid zone. Now I put it 50 points above and 50 points below. So if we have 45,000, the top of the box would be 4,050 and the bottom would be 44,950. Now I'm actually about to click it in. Boom. Copy the box. Other one, put it up here. I said keep the numbers precise, man. I'ma always say that. Every time I make a video, I'm gonna say keep the numbers precise. It's not a random number or random spot that the market stopping at. So boom. Also, sometimes depending on how cluttered you want your screen, I mean, you have the over your mid zone, which is playing around right now as we speak. Boom. So boom. Major. Matter of fact, I'm saying this one's in gray because it's not really a major. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not a major unless it's only a major. No, it's not a major. Fuck that. It's not a major. It's just a mid zone. What was doing? Yeah, we're gonna make this gray. Boom. So the gold boxes is your major spots. The gray box is your mid. So also this red line, 750 and 250 is your minor zone, which means it could react from this spot and then go our way. Like right here, as you can see, it made a double top at the 750. And actually, the reason why I kept staying in this trade because it was rejecting the same spot. So let's go down to a smaller time frame. So you see it's an M. I learned off of an M. An M and a double top is the same thing. Just as a W and a double bottom is the same thing. And you only look at those patterns at psychological levels. You don't want to see that as a random number and then hop in. No, you want to see it rejecting a certain level. Then you want to see when to get in at that level. Or after it shows you it's going its way, and then you hop in after they start going your way and catch the momentum of the trade and have your stop loss above that point, or have it exactly on. That's up to you. But I don't like to have it exactly on that because it will wick you out and tap it and then go your way, or do something like this, go above it, fake you out, then go down, fake out again, and it went down. So sometimes you have to have discernment with that. My stop loss be at least 50 to 100 points, depending on how long the trade is. If I'm wanting a big day, maybe 250 sometimes. Maybe, but it depends on what I'm risking that day. That's the main factor about how long you can hold and how big your stop loss can be for a trade, depending on how many contracts you put on your trade. So, as you can see, the box is already in full effect. The boxes and the lines are already in full effect. You can see rejection right here went up, rejected here at this line, boom, broke below the 750, came back, rejected, didn't break through it, boom, started going down. Then it came here, played around, came down. Also, it didn't touch the box, so 45.52. So this is my thing with that. Just because you have these boxes and these lines, right? Sometimes you won't touch that box, but don't just hop in once you see it touches the box or get close to that box, because you never know what it's going to do. Like let's say you're like, oh man, I'm gonna catch a few pips down to get to 45,000. It came almost half the box and it started going out of your way. Now you're in a loss. So what I do is you wait until it touched a certain spot. Like let it touch that number. Like let it touch either 45,000 or let it touch 45,250, and then you let it go your way. Once it touch something, matter of fact, put an alert. Don't hop into that trade unless it alerts you. If it don't alert your phone, it hit a certain number. Fuck that. You don't get in, or you're gonna basically be in a high risk trade because you don't know what the market about to do. You just hopping in unless it do something like this. Well, right here. I would say I want to say unless it do something like this, but see how it tapped, it broke through this at 250. So if you buying right here, that's actually be a good spot because you're at a psychological level and you're looking forward to go to the next level from 250 to from 45,250 to 45,500 is a 250 point range for one contract on YM. That is $1,250. So that's how I look at it. You want to catch it. Sometimes you'll go from this zone to this zone. It actually went up 500 points last night. I caught a little bit of it last night. Was how I made it 2K. But from here, from 250 to 750, that's a 2,500 point. I mean 500 point move to $2,500 with one contract. So every contract you just add times that. So say one contract for 500 point range 2,500. So you do two contracts 5K, three contracts that's 7,500, four contracts that's 10K. So it depends on your account size and how you trade. So next thing, boom. So that's really the main thing when it comes to price action. You just wait until it hit a certain price, see the reaction at that price, and then you flow with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't predict it. You have an idea of it's going up or down, but you don't predict where it's gonna go up or down. You just wait till it hit that area, let it hit you, and then you just move from that point. So that is just simple stuff right there. That's simple. That's the simplest way I could put it when it comes to price action. And it's easy. That's really the easiest way I could tell you this right here. Cause you can see it hit the 750, it broke through a little bit, faked out, went down, broke up, faked out, went down, was caused a double top pattern, a M. And see how it went from 750, then it went to this box of the 45,500. And what I said, you don't hop in unless it alerts you. I mean, if you wanna hop, sometimes it would move off of the box. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it will, but for if you that's more of an aggressive approach. If you don't want to be aggressive, want to be more patient, just wait till it hit the alert. Just I'm telling you, the more patient you are, the more money you're gonna make in the market. I'm kind of aggressive sometimes, depending on how confident I am in the trade. But other than that, like this morning, I was very confident. I was in drawdown almost the whole morning, but I still came out profitable in the day, and that's cool. So now that we're done with the regular numbers, and always remember 25, 50, 75, 100. And when I say that in these videos, don't think I'm saying it could be 40, it could be 45,000, 45,250, 45,500, 45,750, 46,000. It could be from a longer term, like a position holder mindset. It could be um, 0, 25K, 50K, 75K, 100K. And that's how I really move on Bitcoin when I'm investing into crypto, like Bitcoin crypto, because it only moves off of those certain numbers. Like I know last year it did bounce off 75,000, then it made the new highs like 100 and something, and then it came back down to where we at now. And now we just trying to see what it's gonna do now, because now it's probably like Bitcoin. Uh, it's kind of choppy right now. But as you can see, if I show you, like right here is when it bounced off the 75,000. Matter of fact, it's exactly the point it dropped from 75. I say drop. The exact point it went up from 75,000. You see it tapped 75,000, and then it started going up to 100K. Then and then it made it to 125K, and then it went down. So that's how you know these numbers are right. Like 0, 25, 75, and 100. It's just depends on what range or how big the market is, because every market is different. Like Ethereum, like 2K. Gold is like like four is in a 4 or 5,000 or 3,000, something like that. So gold would be like on gold I do like every 100 because it's looking for something to go from 4,000 to 5,000 in some days. Unless you swing trading, it's highly unlikely. But you could have it go from 4,400 to about 4,000. I mean 4,500 to 4,250. That could happen on gold. So that's why I say 25, 50, 75. So yeah. But anyway, let's get back into this. So this is another way that I would do it. It's how I use the fib. Um, let's go. Let's go. Take all this off. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna move the drawing. So now I use the fib numbers. I use fib numbers too. So delete this alert. So I made this at 46,000. Have it 2 lines, and then I have one at 45,000. Because I don't really use the fib how other traders use it, how people on YouTube use it. I don't think that is the correct way to use the fib, and they change the numbers on the fib. I feel like tools are on here for a reason. There's no reason why you should change any number on the fib. Now you could add the negative 27 extension, and I also add the negative 618 extension. I've learned this 27 extension from Swaggy C, but 618 was already on there beforehand, so I just kept the 618 on both, and I do it on both sides. So, boom. I'm gonna put it from 46. You start from the top number 46,000, then you go down to the bottom when you're making your fib, so you have the numbers on point. So, boom. Once you see the numbers, also, like I said, keep this precise. Also, 46,000, 45,000. Boom. Now, as you can see, this is already a plan through the fib. Boom. See rejections right here. Broke through, went to the next level, played around, went to the next level, played around, went to the next level, rejected a little bit, broke through, then went to the 786 and it never broke through. So this is my thing with the fib. Fib is the same thing as psychological numbers. It's just different numbers. Because it could, like say if you have a number at 250, it could hit the 236 and then go your way. Or it could hit 200 and then go your way. But it's just that it's like a hot zone. That's the hot zone. So whether you do fibs or you do psychological numbers, depending on how you want to, that's on you. What looks better to you. It's the same thing in my opinion. Like 786, 750, that's 30 pips off. You know, it's no difference. 618 is a hot spot too. But boom, as you can see, the rejections is one rejection. So it's also giving confirmation this morning on why I sold on my trade this morning, because there's 3 rejections at the 786 and also basically the 750. So it's 3 rejections at that spot, which make a triple top because 3 rejects. It's a double top, but since it's 3 rejections, I'm gonna say triple top because it's trying to go through it 3 times. But as you can see, how you look at it, it is a double top. If you look at the hour, it looks stupid. If you look at this, the 30-minute, you can see the M. Delete this, so you see the M, double top, boom. But since it had a 3rd rejection, you can also count the 3rd rejection as another spot of rejection. So 3 taps to me, 3 rejections at a zone is giving me ultimate confirmation it's about to do so. Also, an engulfing candle will also give you ultimate confirmation it's going to do so. And that's how it kind of got me this morning. That's why I got a $900 loss, because when I seen this this engulfing candle right here, I thought the market was ready to go. But the market's all about liquidating people. It's about taking people out, make people as much people scared as possible before it goes its way. So boom. Once it did this, I got in. Then it was going on for hours. When I say you, it was doing this for hours on end. And then it finally made way down at 11 o'clock. And most traders, if you watch their videos, they trade what? New York. Most traders, they don't trade this time. So once all these people got out and got killed and smoked, what they did, they went exactly where we thought it was going to go, because we have to liquidate then accumulate, then go our way. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Liquidate, take out as many scared people as we can, accumulate, which is uh choppiness, basically going up and down, and then we're gonna go the way that they always thought we was gonna go at in the first place. So that's the whole game plan of trading. How many people can we scare before we go the way that they thought? It's all trading is, in my opinion. And I look for 400, at minimum 200 point days. I'm gonna say dollars, thousands. I ain't gonna say no thousand, no money, because I don't give a fuck about the money. I'm looking for the points. Because one day I gotta trade one contract, one day I gotta trade two contracts, one day I gotta trade three contracts, depending on how confident I am in that day. I don't know how much money I'm gonna make for the day, but I do know how many points I can make in that day, and that's way more important than the money side of trading. Like from here, from 786, or if you got it at 800, depending on what you got, from 786, from 382, that is 400 points. And I minimum trade two contracts, so let's say a 4K day for me with two contracts. Easy. Easy. So that's all we're doing. We're just looking at the rejections at these points and seeing when it's going to, you know, show us something. And see, the 50 is still a midpoint. It's still a midpoint. That's why I say that is my midpoint regardless. That is the only number that doesn't change besides the 45,000 and the 46,000. That's the only number that doesn't change on the field besides that. So that's why I always keep the mid zone with a box. If I was to do the boxes again, but I don't really do boxes no more because it is kind of misleading. But if I do kind of see something like this, I did use a box this morning. So boom, not this morning, this evening when I had shook back with a $3,500 win. So I went from 618 to 600 because like I say, I keep my numbers precise. So that was my zone, my hot zone. This was my hot zone. So anything above 618 was like, all right, I'm dead. So as you can see, it tapped it one time, two times, which made a whole nother double top. So let's circle it. A whole nother double top on the 5 minute. Boom. Boom. It's a whole nother double top on the 5 minute. So all I was doing was in the office just waiting till it dropped. When it dropped down, once it got down to this area, on 382, I got out because I was looking for it to go to 382. And as soon as it hit 382, what it did, it went down, started slacking up. The sellers started getting out. Then the buyers came in and boom, went up and went to the 500 on the head. And now we are where we at right now. So yeah, that's how I use the psychological numbers and fib numbers to get in the markets. So go zone to zone. Sometimes it will break the zone. But once this is what I would do. If you don't want to, like some people they like to not have a take profit, but I would recommend putting a take profit at the zones if you're first starting. But if you don't want to do that, just trail. Like say you go up 100 points, 200, 200 points, secure about 50 to 100 points, 150, depending on how much you want to secure for that day. Eat my laptop down. Just secure the amount of profit you want for the day so you don't lose your money. Also, once it's going your way, if you up about 50 to 100 points, please put your stuff to break even. You do not want to lose money. The market is about winning, not losing. We don't want to go up 100 points and then it comes back down, and now you losing 100 to 200 points because it could happen. I've seen it from my past. I used to get smoked, bro. My first week of trading, I was up like in a stupid swing trade. That was forex times, like MetaTrader 4. Bro, I'm up like 4, 5K, 6K. I went to sleep like an hour or two before New York. It was like 5 o'clock that morning because I was like really on that bit like London session all night. Bro, I woke up, my whole account was gone, bro, because the market flipped. Because most times, Asian and London sets up for New York. No, I'm putting it like this: Asian sets up for London, London sets up for New York, New York sets up for Asian. Basically, that's how the market goes. So yeah, just I'll recommend you just put it at the zones, or if it do break your zone, just put a stop loss. Not actually a stop loss, because at that point you trailing, so put a trailing stop loss, basically securing some profit, and then let it run for the rest of the day until it hits your take profit, until you see a number that you like in the market. And, that's all I got for the day, man. I hope y'all stay blessed up, man. Yeah, let's get it.